Okay, so if you're a business leader, you have definitely seen the demos, right? The promise of AI in sales. It feels like a total game changer, but the stakes here are incredibly high. You get it right, and you could unlock some serious, massive growth. But if you get it wrong, well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today.
I mean, the hype is absolutely real. You've got vendors out there promising AI sales development reps, SDRs, that will book meetings while you sleep and deliver a sevenfold, 7x increase in your sales pipeline. It is an unbelievably seductive pitch, especially when your human team is feeling burned out and costs are just creeping up and up.
But let's just pause for a second. With that much promise, there's got to be a catch, doesn't there? When you start chasing that shiny new object without a really solid plan, well, a lot can go wrong. And believe me, the cost of failure is not just some theoretical number. Yeah, that is not a typo. $180,000. One company burned right through that much cash on an AI SDR project that barely even moved the needle. This is a real-world cautionary tale, and it's the foundation for the blueprint we're about to walk through together. So what on earth happened? The really fascinating part of this whole failure is that the AI itself, it was actually brilliant. The technology was not the problem here. The problem was where the team focused all their energy, and maybe more importantly, what they just completely ignored. And this right here, this is where it all went off the rails. The team spent all their time and energy scoping the fun part, getting the AI to write these super clever, personalized emails. But they totally ignored the boring but critical foundational stuff. Their customer data was old, their lead routing was a complete mess, and their calendars weren't even synced up properly. This is just the perfect analogy, isn't it? You can have the most advanced, brilliant AI in the world, but if you feed it garbage data, you're going to get garbage results. Thinking of it as a Michelin star chef in a broken kitchen, yeah, that perfectly captures the essence of this $180,000 mistake. So here's the absolute key takeaway. The AI worked perfectly. It did its job. It sent beautiful emails to all the wrong people. It booked meetings on the wrong calendars, and it assigned leads to the wrong sales reps. And it did all of this at an incredible speed. See, without a solid foundation, AI doesn't solve your problems. It just puts them on hyperdrive. So how do you avoid this exact kind of disaster? Well, it all starts with a really simple but absolutely critical question. Are you even eligible for an AI SDR in the first place? Before you even look at a single demo, you got to look in the mirror. This right here is your pre-flight checklist. And you have to be honest. Do you have one single source of truth for your leads? Are your sales activities actually being logged automatically? Is your ideal customer profile, your ICP, is it actually documented and, used? Does your legal team have a template DPA that's a data processing agreement ready to go for new vendors? Look, if you can't say yes to at least 6 of these, then your project isn't buying an AI. It's cleaning up your own house first. Okay, so once you've confirmed that you're actually ready, it's time to get real about the money and the clock. Fuzzy thinking right here can kill a project before it even gets off the ground. Before you can even think about evaluating an AI's price tag, you need a benchmark. So the fully loaded cost of one human SDR, we're talking salary, benefits, tools, all the overhead. That's usually somewhere between $110,000 and $150,000 a year. Your AI doesn't have to be cheap, but its ROI, it has to compete with that number. So here's a pretty clear framework for what you should expect to pay. Are you just testing an idea with a prototype? Or are you running a real-world MVP pilot? Or are you deploying a full production agent? Knowing which one of these tiers you're really in helps you sanity check proposals and avoid what happened in our cautionary tale, which was basically paying for a production agent but only getting a pilot. And please, forget the myth of a 2-week deployment. A serious, responsible rollout takes time. The journey from that initial discovery phase all the way to a scaled, hardened system is realistically going to be 15 to 30 weeks. Anyone promising you a full replacement in 21 days is optimizing for their sales quota, not for your success. All right, let's bring this all together. We've seen the disaster, we've diagnosed the cause, and we've looked at the practical realities. Now, here's the scannable blueprint that you can use to turn a vague wish list into a precise surgical plan for success. If there's one thing to remember from all of this, it's this. The biggest threat to your project is not some faulty algorithm. No, it's a lack of clarity on your end, and that's often masked by a vendor's really flashy presentation. Success demands precision from the very, very start. And here's how you get that precision. It's a simple 3-phase plan. First, you clarify, define exactly what the AI will do and how you'll measure it. Second, you design and run a disciplined pilot. Treat it like a science experiment. And finally, only after you've proven success do you scale and put strong governance rules in place. So, as we wrap up, I want you to ask yourself this. Is your AI scope just a vague wish list? Are you just hoping some cool demo is going to magically solve all your problems? Or is it a surgical plan, clear, measurable, and totally grounded in reality? The answer to that question is going to determine whether you're building the future of your company or just building the next expensive failure.